Welcome to Sunday Life. So this another day to do to think about doing good. So every day you must be thinking good, thinking about doing good. You must every day think about doing good, and then mindful on your mind, mindful on your mind. Yeah, mindful when whatever you do, mindful whatever you see, mindful whatever you hear, mindful whatever you eat, mindful wherever you touch, whatever you think. Be mindful. So if you can do that every day, then your meditation will improve. Right? So those who practice Vipassana, knowledge will arise, wisdom will arise. Wisdom will arise to tell them to be careful, to be vigilant, to practice, and never to forget that we are all dying soon. Everyone are dying soon. And the Buddha explained that if every one of us can do good, if every one of us can every day do good, then the world can be like heaven. Earth, our human world can become heaven. But if everyone start to think about bad things, like you're angry, like country want to go to war, that means if everyone every day have anger in their heart every day, then the world temperature will change also. Like now, you see, it's getting hot. The Buddha say that our mental frequency, everyone who think can affect the temperature. Siti, Han, welcome. So tonight, instead of watching television, we do some Buddha talking, Dharma talking. The Buddha say if everybody in the whole world if they think about bad thing every day angry, want to fight want to quarrel little bit also want to find trouble the Buddha say or we think of business, our business is very evil business, everything no good one that related to our mind, the mind can make the temperature of the world become hot. Mental frequency, the Buddha say. If everyone think, if everyone become cruel, then the world also become hot. Nobody believe, that the way we human think can affect the world. Many people don't know that you think can affect the world. You see, they don't believe if everybody in every country they think about fighting, you bomb me, I bomb you, then the world will become, the temperature also goes up. Just by thinking, no chat go and bomb him, no chat, no. Always thinking about anger, angry with him, angry with this fellow, the country king angry with the king angry with the king, like that, all anger. Now on the road on the road now you see a little bit people honking, want to honk, you honk like honky, honk like honky. Now on the road so people are become so short temper. So when everyone becomes short temper, means everyone is full of temper. When there's full of temper, can affect the temperature of the world. You tell people, they say, how can our human brain can affect the temperature, can affect the environment. Human thinking can affect the environment. It's true, no? The Buddha say one, I say one. The Buddha say that if we are tam chin chi, greed, hate, delusion, then the world will be disastrous. Will be feel full of calamity, like earthquake, tornado, the strong wind. You see that nowadays you hear and see, and compared to last time, when I was a young guy, City, when you're young that time, you see the thunder, Not like now. The thunder last time is boom like that. Now boom 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 bang boom bang 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 like that. So strange. The lightning. Yeah. The thunder. You see, if everyone are listening, you listen to see the thunder now, not like last time. If you are now 60, 70 years old fellow, you remember 30 years, 40 years ago, the lightning not like that one. Right not? The lightning, thunder also not so strange. Now thunder got like war, no? Boom, bang, bang, boom, bang, 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 boom, bang, like that. Like last time it's boom, like that. Only now it's boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, one. You see, human, the Buddha say, if our mental frequency, we become a bad person, then the world, the nature will change. And then the Buddha say, if you don't believe, you can read this book, 16 Dreams of King Pasenadi. 16 Dreams of King Pasenadi. It tells you how the temperature, the world change. That how the people, how we human think affect the whole world. CT 都知道 you know Buddha 講即係集力嘅棒，集力嘅棒，集力嘅棒，你去讀16 Dreams of King Pasenadi. Buddha explained about the 16 dreams, how the world changed. Not going to be better, it's going to be worse. Even though you see technology so advanced, but the world is going to be worse and worse. From bad to worse. That's why the world gradually, human, the Buddha say, gradually the human life become very short. Now we are getting shorter already. During the Buddha time, the human life is 120 years old. In the time of the Buddha, minimum is 100. They can live until 120 years old. Now, where got 120 years old? No more already. Now getting short. So the Buddha say every 100 years, human life now gets shorter by 1 year. So you see the Buddha already live us 2,600 over years already. So 120 minus 26. Maybe the best we can go is 90 over years old. Very few can reach 90 over years old. So the Buddha say, if everyone do not want to stop anger, stop greed, stop doing all the silly thing, ignorant, then the world will keep on deteriorate. The world will keep on become not a better place to stay. The place become not so good place to stay. The temperature will come, then flood will come. Human will want to trouble human, like they want to war. Why they want to war? Because they are afraid to lose. Afraid means 貪嗔癡 greed has greed, hate and delusion. So every one of us now quickly, those who listen to Buddha Dhamma, quickly practice your meditation and don't stay here forever. Cannot one, danger. So quickly practice and save yourself. So that's why the Buddha says save yourself. And the Buddha stay 45 years to teach what? To teach you to chanting. The Buddha stay 45 years, teach you what? Teach you to what? To become professor. The Buddha teach you to escape. Now, purify your mind. Purify your mind, practice vipassana, purify your mind, and liberate yourself. The way, Eight Noble Path. That's the Buddha say, follow the way, Eight Noble Path. Experience, and practice Eight Noble Path, and you will experience Four Noble Truths. You will know what is Four Noble Truths. Four Noble Truths, dukkha, the cause of dukkha, then you will end dukkha. Dukkha means no birth, stop birth, no more birth. Then no more anger, no more greed, no more delusion. Then you can escape already. So very important. Everyone must practice. Siti Han, practice. You can. I know you can also. Don't stop. Don't stop. Nobody, Bhante Suwano tell me, if nobody want to practice, you practice. If in the whole world nobody want to practice, you practice. If in the whole world no one want to listen, you listen. Suppose now I give Dharma talk here, nobody listen. You listen, never mind lah. One person also can already. Nobody listen, you know, Deva listen. Deva. Bhante Buddha talk, a lot of Deva listen. You don't believe, when you talk Dharma, a lot of Deva are listening. Yes. They come and listen if you talk Dharma. Human don't know how to appreciate, but Deva will know how to appreciate. In Mahasi Sayadaw, Deva came down. They recorded, they speak in Pali. Came down to one of the Mechi, meditator, Mechi. Mechi is a Mechi. She is a good meditator. So when it is good meditator, means she is pure in mind. The mind is pure. So Deva can approach, can go into her, and then they talk to Mahasi Sayadaw. Ask Mahasi Sayadaw about meditation. They recorded it in Pali. That time my teacher was alive, so they explained to us this. Deva came down. Deva from where? Deva from, let me see, I try to recollect. Deva from Tawi Tim Sam, from the Tawi Tim Sam, yes. The place where the Buddha mother exists. So they came down and asked the Buddha about meditation. Asked Mahasi about meditation. So important. So when you practice Vipassana, you will experience another knowledge. Samatha cannot. Vipassana, they will experience 16 Vipassana jnana. This book, 16 Dreams. 16 Dreams. If you go and read in the internet, Google search, you find 16 Dreams of King Pasenadi. King Pasenadi is talking about our future, our life now and future, how the world will become, how human become bad, how human become bad, how the world, the government become bad, and all the king become bad, and people also become bad, and the world, the weather also become bad. Like now, temperature going up every now and then. Because it has related to our human mental frequency, the way how we think. If greed, hate, delusion, the world become hot, and then droughts also. Droughts, supposed to the rain, they don't rain. Seasonal become not seasonal. Everything change. So that is why when we human become bad, how to become bad? That means to say become greedy, got a lot of hatred, among even human and human hate each other, a lot of delusion. Everyone become deluded, doing all the nonsense. They, instead of respect the Buddha and meditate, they go and pray to the tree god, they pray to the mountain god, they pray to all the funny thing. Hi, Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh, welcome. I hope you can understand English. So when everybody start to become deluded means when a person become deluded, he is very ego. Ego means, you know who I am. Like people quarreling, in the street, you say,你知道我是谁啊？你知我是谁？ That's why this is ego, and this is ignorant. The Buddha said, and this is a lot of anger, hatred. So every day, if you are not you don't have anger, you don't have greedy, you're not greedy, you're not angry, you never become angry, and you never think of all the nonsense, no greed, no hate, no delusion. Every day, if you can keep yourself free from greed, hate, and delusion, the Buddha say you are a clever fella, clever person. And if you every day, no greed, no hate, no delusion, and then you continue practicing vipassana, and also do dana. Dana, when you're free, you do dana. You go to the monastery, you go and buy food and offer to the monk, the Theravada monk. And then whenever you're free lah, you sometimes you're a businessman, you cannot go every day. They know lah, but you don't need to go every day. But if you can, you go lor. If you cannot, then you do once a while. Once a while, must go to like city. You go to Lunas Hermitage. You can go and do dana there once a while. Do dana. What the Buddha say? Must do dana. You cannot say don't want to do dana, because you got to born again. After die you got to born again. Got to be born again. So if you never do dana, the Buddha say the karma will take you to go to the place where no food. You are born, if you suppose you are born in like Africa, no food die. So if you do dana, karma will take you to a place got food one. And also when you do dana, you are born in a rich family. You want to born in a poor family like in Africa, or you want to born in a rich family. So you want to be born in a rich family, first go and do dana, the Buddha say. Every day you're free, go and do dana. Do dana, you cook lah. You cook lah, more cheaper. If you buy outside very expensive, so you cook. Tusita, the Tusita heaven, the Deva came and asked Mahasi Sayadaw the meditation question. Deva came down and asked, so you will tell people, if people don't know, if I don't tell you, you think where got Deva? God. You think got you only in the world? We are not Superman, we are not the special, no. Got you, sure got other being lah. Where got you and me only? Sure got other living being one. Like in the deep sea, in the deepest sea, also got other being one. How can we believe that you and me alone only in this world? Sure, don't be ego. We got a lot of being one, so we have to be kind. So today, we must, after know the Buddha. The Buddha say, once you encounter the Buddha, you are very lucky. But many people, in the time of the Buddha say, hard to meet a Buddha. Very hard to meet a Buddha. Very hard to be born as a human, the Buddha say. When become human, very hard to live, take care of the body, to live peacefully. Very hard. A lot of people cannot live peacefully. They have to do evil thing. They go and kill for their own livelihood. They do a lot of evil thing just to live. So they do a lot of evil deed. So the Buddha say very hard to survive in existence, and very hard to listen, to encounter, and very hard to practice and become a good Buddhist. So four things very hard, the Buddha say. Hard to practice the Buddha teaching. Many people got never heard of the Buddha and don't know about Buddha teaching, so they got no opportunity to listen to the Buddha teaching. And what the Buddha teach, they don't know. They also don't know what is that. So hard to have opportunity to encounter the Buddha teaching and to practice the teaching. Many people, they don't know who is the Buddha teaching. Even the Buddha teaching now is available. They also don't know. And there are also people who know the Buddha existed, the Buddha teaching exists, but they don't want to practice. You see? So ignorant, so unfortunate, so unlucky for them. So for every one of you, like you, me, and the monk, every monk in the Theravada, welcome Ashina in Indro Bongsha, Bhikkhu, Sadhu. So every monk, every Theravada monk knows that when we know the Buddha, we are very lucky. Everyone are very lucky when they hear the teaching of the Buddha. When they hear the teaching of the Buddha, they know that if we don't quickly struggle to save ourselves, the Buddha say no one can save you. Even the Buddha teaching, the Buddha said, I show you the way, I teach you, you practice. You need to practice. And to practice is to practice vipassana, to purify your mind. And quickly, the Buddha said, quickly, Even monk has to be very quickly, the Buddha said. Why not? Because we all can die anytime. That's a problem. Yeah. Don't think that you're young. I got time lah. I got time some more. Don't worry. No, the Buddha said, you can die anytime. You see, in the coffin, you see, if you go to the hospital, you see, only old people sick. Got young people or not? God not? God. Got young small boy or not? God. Got small baby or not? God. Yeah. And then you see the coffin, you ask the coffin seller, hey, you sell the coffin all for old people only? No, he said for everybody. Young also die, baby also die. Yeah. 20 years old, 30 years old can die, 40 years old also can die, 50 can die, 70 also can die, 80 can die. So you don't think you cannot die. Anytime can die. So when you meet the Buddha teaching, that's why the Buddha say apamade sampadita, diligently all compound. The Buddha say you must be urgent, You cannot say after listen already, cool, Cool lah. Cool lah. Take your time. No. You must strive. Monk, for monk, they have to practice day and night quickly. Practice vipassana satipatthana to purify the mind. How to purify? Just watching rising, falling, rising, falling, rising, falling, rising to the end, falling to the end. You must noting. When you say rising, the mind must say rising. When you breathe in, when you breathe out, you must say falling, following the breath. You must be mindful, watching the rising, watching the falling. And you continue doing like that. You practice rising, middle, end. When you breathe in, the breath goes up and then go to the middle and go to the top. Then when you breathe out, the abdomen falling down from the top, going down to the middle, going down to the end. Then your mind concentrate. That's why the Buddha says 8 Noble Paths. Mindful, effort, concentrate. Mindful on your breath, concentrate where is the beginning, the middle, the end. Practice like that. Then the Buddha say, keep your heart at upekkha. This is meditation. I'm talking about meditation now. I close my eye because I'm concentrating on vipassana now. So those beginner, they will not know, but every one of you here, I think can know already lah. Should know already. Should know. If you still cannot know, very dangerous. If you are here and cannot understand what I say, I close my eye and tell you rising, falling, you all don't know, you very dangerous. Quickly learn. Don't wait already. So, when you sit down, instead of go watching TV, instead of sit down dreaming like that, dreaming, thinking of all the nonsense, better sit down quietly, close the eye, rising, falling, rising, the end, falling, until the end, there's a stop. You must know. Just go, repeat, rising to the end, falling to the end, okay? Then as you progress, as your meditation and mindfulness and concentration progress, become better, then you now rising, middle, end. When you're rising, there is a middle, and then you flow up to the top, that's the end. You say rising, middle, end. Then when you breathe out, the abdomen collapse. You say falling, then you follow the air going out, middle, and then end. Try to see the middle breath and the end part of the breath. Then you all must understand already, because I've explained quite many times. If you don't know, then your meditation may have problem, because your mind cannot become sharp. Meditation is to make your mind become sharp, means to see clearly. To see clearly. Sati. Sati is to see the breath rising and falling, and see sati. Continue seeing and see clearly. The meditation is to see and see clearly. Mindful effort concentration on your abdomen of your breath, of your rising. See and see it clearly. See sati. Sati and upeka. Keep your heart. When you see it clearly, and your heart upeka, then your meditation is correct already. That means you know what you do already. You know what to do already. If you really can understand what I say, rising, falling, you following the breath, seeing the breath, seeing, going up, see clearly. Going down, I know it's going down. There's a stop. See clearly. There's a stop. Okay. Down already, cannot keep on going down. Everything got maximum one. They cannot go down anymore. Like you falling, where can keep on going, falling, cannot one. Your breath is like a balloon. Cannot. Your stomach rising, falling is like a balloon. Go up to the maximum, and then the air come out to the minimum. Cannot say go down. Cannot one, right? So see. So the meaning is sati means seeing, and after that see clearly, sampajana. Sampajana, see your breath. Just the Buddha teaching is very easy one. Only when you don't want to follow instruction, you make it very hard. Everybody make it very hard because they don't want to follow instruction. Why they don't want to follow instruction? Because they got doubt. They say, how can so easy can? Are you sure like that can? So they got doubt. Actually it's sati. Just sati. Follow. The Buddha said follow your breath. Follow. Ask your mind to follow your breath. Continue. Sampajana. Follow. That's why the Dhamma got so many things so many meaning. Yoniso manasikara, sampajana, upeka. This step like that only. You must know what is yoniso manasikara. You must know what is sampajana. And what is upeka, your heart. Then satipatthana, sati on your breath. Watch your breath. Sampajana means follow your breath. Yoniso means bring your focus on your abdomen. Focus. So it's very simple. So short. Don't say so many complicated words. Follow your breath. English words say follow your breath. That is the teaching of the Buddha. And why so easy becomes so difficult? Because everybody kepochi. Kepochi, you know Hokkien, our Malaysians say kepochi means busybody. Very greedy, want to know. They want to very fast, they want to say attainment very fast. What is what? Everything they also want to ask question. What? Why? How? See, busybody. You ask them to meditate, rising, falling, after some time they become lazy. Because they are greedy. Why they are lazy? Because they are greedy. Expect something, but that something never come. So they become lazy. If you tell them, you practice rising, falling, if you confirm, I got put a machine on your stomach, go up one time, come down, the machine got record one, no. Then you also must keep on following you must say mentally, you won't know the machine can record your breath, but you don't know, no. But I want to test you now. You say if you can rising, falling, and can exactly follow the breath for 2 hours or 3 hours continue rising, falling, you just never stop because you cannot bluff me. I got a computer fixed on your stomach, the sensor. If you go up and down, the computer can record 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. So I want you to sit 1 hour, or 2 hours like that. Rising, falling, 1 time. You say 1 time, also never mind. Rising, falling, 2 times. Rising, falling. Okay, after that, 2 hours, I check you how many times you rising falling. Sure you, I can tell you sure you make mistake one. Sure you cannot count one. You know why? Because we are very lazy. Because you see rising falling, you get boring. Boring, boring. And then if you are boring, and then how the Buddha say, I teach you this way, and you don't have to practice properly, and you become bored. How to attain Magapala? If you listen to 100 monks, 100 monks tell you also no use. You go to all the Theravada teacher and ask, even Arya tell you also no use, because you're so lazy. That's why the Buddha say, don't be lazy. Don't doubt. So the Dhamma book become very thick, the Dhamma book. The Dhamma teaching become thick also, not enough. Some more must be more thicker. Until thousand of book also. You read even thousand of book, you still don't know what to do. Why? Why your practice still cannot improve? After reading so many books written by so many teachers, so many monk teacher, those monks who practice, and those who are Arya, they write books maybe. You read, you also cannot understand afterward. Why? Because when you practice the time, you don't know what to do because you are not confident. You read easy lah, like going to school, read very easy, everybody can read. But Buddha teaching is not about reading. Buddha teaching is about direct practice. Not about teaching. You see, in the time of the Buddha, where got books to read? The Buddha cannot sit with you 24 hours like a school teacher every day come, Monday to Friday come to school. The Buddha cannot sit with you 24 hours sitting talking to you like that. The Buddha only give instruction to who? To those in the past karma has did very good deed and is about to ripen in that life. So the Buddha in the morning, I think 3 to 4 a.m. survey the world, survey the universe. Who already can attain by giving a short sermon, they can attain already. You see? So the Buddha survey the world, heaven, Deva realm, and also human realm, and then survey who can already. Then the teacher will go and help that particular being by giving them short Dhamma teaching. How short, We all, we nowadays, we talk until you die also, nobody can attain. The fellow listen to you, the listener listen until you tell everything. I repeated it. You repeatedly tell. If I speak like that on live, one whole year also, I think nobody can attain also. I think. Why, Because you ask yourself, after I talk live already, do you all everyday practice meditation every day or not? Do you all know what I say or not about sati? Mindful on your breath, only rising, falling like that. Only watching rising, falling, and don't doubt. And be diligent, don't be lazy. Got not? How many of you got really practice like that? I think done. Nobody. I think. And then if you don't want to practice, when you want to attain, when? Even monk also not everyday practice. They practice maybe after some time, okay, they meditate, But after some time, they just because when they become monk, they also got bored, They don't know already. They just casually. They do not investigate clearly. And then they don't practice vipassana. That's the worst. Some go for samatha. And then the teaching, the instruction were also wrong. They say must have jhana first. No need, because when you can follow sampanjhana, rising and fall, continue watching, that's already is knowledge there. That is also if you are able to follow your teacher talking, suppose if you are a clever student, the teacher teaching you, while the teacher teaching you, just pay attention, You don't go and make any writing down. You try to listen carefully. Listen to the teacher, everything he say, try to understand. Don't write down. Don't stop and write. Don't, just pay attention, focus on what he say. If you can train your mind to focus on the teacher, clearly what he say, for the 1 hour, if he's speaking 1 hour, if you can pay attention 1 hour, if you can train your mind, you will be a very clever student. But if you try to write down while he's talking, while the teacher is talking, you try to write, sure you cannot be a good student. Because when he's talking, you're already writing, you don't know what he's talking already. So a lot of people make mistake like that. So in the time of the Buddha, the Mahasi Sayadaw say, human world, we listen to Dhamma, not like Deva. No, Deva, they listen to Dhamma. Example, you look at me. Suppose now I'm a student. You are talking Dhamma. They look at you like that. They concentrate, But the human, you see, you're talking after the phone ring, hello. After that, he look here, look there like that. Cannot pay attention one, human. That's why they cannot have to attainment like that. Human world. Everybody become very lazy. So you're lazy. The Buddha say you're going to, if you cannot attain first stage of Arya Sotapanna in this life, very dangerous already. Because when you die, karma will become your master. Karma will take you to the four woeful realm. Why you know? Because you in your previous life, many past previous life, we don't know whether we do a lot of bad thing or not, no, evil thing, we don't know, no. But the karma energy is waiting already, Some very bad karma all waiting already. A lot of bad karma waiting already. So if you never practice now, take your life easy, play. You can die, when you die, the time finish already, I tell you. The Buddha say you cannot come back already. You cannot come back to become human. You got no way to come back as a human, got no way to go to the Deva realm, no way for a long time, the Buddha say. You are like rolling down a hill like a ball, rolling down the hill like a round ball. Ball is a big ball. You throw on the slope. It's running down, cannot run up already. You become like a ball already. I think people are not practicing because they are lazy. They are very lazy. So lazy. That's why the Buddha said the 5 hindrances. Sense desire, the first one, sense. Sense desire. Want to see, want to hear. They like to talk. They like to see television. Sense desire, like to go tour holiday. They can go tour, walk the whole day, walking, but they sit down, cannot. They can watch television sitting there the whole day. One series after another series, but you ask them sit down meditation, cannot. So the Buddha says sense desire. Sense desire. Like to see, like to hear. The sixth sense door. So the sense desire from the eye is very, very dangerous. The eye always want to see. This hungry, not like eating the food. You eat already, you can feel full already, you cannot eat already, you want 2 plates, after that you cannot eat. But this one, this seeing, like a hole, the hole cannot full one. Want to see endless. Like the hole that has no bottom. Sense desire is like the hole, a hole without a bottom. When you eat, still got bottom. You eat after you cannot eat already. At least you still got to stop, right? Not can Why not? But you want to see, keep on seeing, like touring. That's why you go and tour. You go set 1 week holiday tour. Also not enough one. And then you say, oh, so fast. If I ask you to eat like that, cannot. Ask you to meditate. 1 hour, you say, wow, terrible, cannot. So, how? Siti Han, you can, I know. Ho Chi Minh, I hope you can. I hope you're a girl, so I hope you can practice. Bante, Ashin sure can one. Monk sure they practice one because they already become monk. They sure practice. If they don't practice, danger also. Because as long as you never reach first saint, or it's danger. Don't care. It's a rope, no rope, also same. Danger. So make sure you practice until you reach Sotapanna. And how you reach, how to know you have attained. Now I will explain about attainment. How you will know. Why you practice meditation first. Now I will explain now. How you know you attain Arya, to become Arya. How? So I will explain. Listen carefully. You have to practice Vipassana. Number 1, you have to have confidence in the practice Vipassana. Because Vipassana is the correct way to purify your mind. And what is mean by purify? The meaning is your mind will not go thinking, wandering. The mind will not wandering. The mind will not making story. Right? And you will be the mind will not be greedy, the mind will not be wandering, the mind will be following the instruction that you tell him to do. That is watching the abdomen. When you breathe in, the abdomen rising, you say mentally rising. When you breathe out, the abdomen collapse. And then mentally you say falling. You keep on watching this object, breathing object. Continue watching. Improve your watching of your breath, rising and falling. Improve. How to improve? Rising until the end, there's a stop, then you know there's a stop. When you breathe out, falling, you say falling. Until the end of the falling, there's a stop. Try to note these 2 points. This is the second step. Then as you keep on practicing, you want to go and progress further. So you watch, you practice to look at the 3rd step. So as the rising, you see rising, middle, end. When you breathe out, falling, middle, end. You see the middle part of your breath also this time. So you put more effort, more mindfulness onto your practice and more concentration onto your practice. So to see the 3 part of your breath. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. That means you say rising, middle, end. That is 1, 2, 3. Falling means 3, 2, 1. Means falling, middle, end. The breath. So you try to see. Alright. So if you can already see this part of the breath, that means your meditation effort, mindfulness, concentration is now more improved already. Now improve some more. This time you watch the rising and falling, same. Rising and falling, you watch the vibration. Rising, you can see, rising, there's a vibration. Rising, vibration until the end. When you say falling, there's a vibration until the end. Now you watch the vibration. Focus your mind with mindfulness, effort, and concentration on this vibration. So now you have got 4 steps already. Now you are able to practice Vipassana using the 4 steps of awareness. Alright. So in this way, your mind become sharper. Your mind can focus better now. Alright. The object become very fine, but you can focus already. So when your mind can focus this fine mental object, your meditation is already improved very well. So now keep on doing the same thing repeatedly, and at the same time keep your heart upekkha, right? That's why the Buddha says still, be quiet, just like the water. Don't let the water got ripple. Make the water surface like a mirror. Be still. Your heart. Don't let your heart think about this, think about that. If your heart is thinking about this, thinking about that, that is not being still. Being still. That means to say you are not quiet. You must keep your heart quiet, like water surface. No ripple. Like the surface become like a mirror. So this is what you do when you meditate. Okay, I show you now. I do it just one short moment. Now you see, suppose you are not with me now, you see me. Suppose I'm sitting now, I don't say I practice, I do now, I meditate. You see, I did 1 minute already. But if you look at the clock, it's 1 minute already. I just watch rising, falling. It's very nice, very relaxing. Instead of sitting and dreaming away, I purify my mind for 1 minute already. So my mind is free from greed, hate, delusion for that 1 minute. So I'm training my mind to become purified in this way. The instruction that I teach you is exactly like instruction from Mahasi Sayadaw. The training I teach one is the same. Rising, falling, the instruction I explained just now is the same. Right? Okay, now we'll go further into the practice. Alright? Suppose you sit for already maybe 1 hour. Alright? And there is an aching in the body. And the mind keep on receiving the sensation of aching, pain, or something like that. Initially, when you know there is a pain, you try to detach the pain, accept the pain. In order to detach the pain, you must be upekkha. Or we say, accept the pain. Don't complain. Do not complain, accept the pain. But sometimes the pain is too much. You really cannot tolerate, you cannot accept already because you cannot even detach. Your mental state is not very strong yet. Your mental development, your concentration, mindfulness is not well developed yet. So the pain is too much for you to bear because your practice is not very powerful yet. So you need to move. You cannot be stubborn. So the Buddha say the teaching is slow and gradual. You cannot become like a professional meditator like us. Cannot. You cannot. So you need to move. So what you do, you can move. But the Buddha say, move mindfully. Can you do that? You know what's mindfully? Now suppose I'm sitting like that. Okay? If I move my camera, my voice become very soft. So I have to speak louder. I will move my camera further so you can see my leg. I hope you all don't mind I wear short pants only, because I'm in the room. I'm in my room. So every day I practice in my room. My room become like a monastery. I stay alone in my room. Okay? So now I move further so you can see. When you want to move, you got to move mindfully, the Buddha say. Because after you have sat for maybe 1 hour, you still want to proceed to sit for maybe another 20 minutes to 1 hour. Alright? So, but the pain is so bad. But you hear the teacher tell you must sit longer, try to be mindful some more. But because when the pain is so intense, the mind become very confused. The mind cannot balance. The mind is just like the water surface, no more mirror surface. The water is now with many ripples. So you want to, your job is to stop the ripple. And in order to stop that ripple, that sensation of pain, you got to do mindfulness movement. This is what you do. Suppose you're sitting and now 1 hour already, very pain, maybe here, all very pain here. The joint, especially old people, maybe old people maybe young people also can get pain I'm 68 years old already, so the pain will be here. So your bone, the joint all is very painful. Alright, so you are in this posture. Initially you are in this posture. But after 1 hour of mindfulness practice, the pain comes. Vedana is very painful. The Vedana has arisen, very painful. And it's dukkha. You know it's dukkha. Vedana and dukkha is known. You already know there is Vedana, there is dukkha. That's the teaching of the Buddha. Vedana, dukkha. Four Noble Truth is the first truth, is dukkha. In the 5 aggregates, Vedana is the second aggregates. So you have seen Vedana and dukkha, right? But you want to continue mindful. So the Buddha said mindful. Mindful means what? Move mindfully. You can move mindfully. Like I want to move my hand. From here, I don't want to move like that. I cannot move like that. I'm meditating. How can I move like that? Cannot. I want to move this position, right? Suppose my mind tell me you want to move this position. I can move, but I must move slowly. Okay, now I have to say, if not, now you don't know what is in my head. Intending to move. Moving. 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 Touching. Touching. Because I touch already, I can sense the touching sensation. Touching. 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 Rising. Falling. Moving. I'm moving my shoulder very slowly. I don't know you can see or not, I'm moving my shoulder now. Because my shoulder is aching, so I want to adjust my bone. Moving, Moving. Moving mindfully, moving mindfully. Focus on your movement. Okay, I prefer to be sitting next 1 hour or 20 minutes will be in this position. After I have confirmed, acknowledge all the movement and satisfied with all the movement, I'm ready to continue my practice. So now I've completed my moving. I will stop moving now. Now I will start to return my focus mind on the abdomen, rising and falling. So this is what I do. Rising, falling, rising, falling. Of course, I say now, but when I practice, I won't say like that. I will stop saying now. And then, since it's already 1 hour, I have been meditating while I already have made my movement and completed the movement. So now I'm on the next sitting posture with my arm like that, which is what I do in my own practice. As I watch the rising and falling, my mind can perceive lightning type of pain, pain that come like lightning. They come and go very fast. So I just know there's a pain and I'm aware of the pain, and I focus back on my rising falling. I return to my mind to the rising falling. There's a pain on my leg. I recognize the pain, but I do not attach the pain. I detach the pain and I return to my rising falling. So if I don't speak out to you, I'll be like that. While you're looking at me sitting very peacefully, my mind is working. My mind is doing effort, mindful concentration. The Eight Noble Path, I'm using the Eight Noble Path. The Eight Noble Path is in my mind, working. It's not sleeping. So the Eight Noble Path, effort, mindful concentration is working on the Satipatthana. Understand? Can understand or not? So meditation is not saying doing nothing. Meditation is working. The mind is working. What type of work? It is mindful, it is effort, it is putting effort. It is putting effort on the breath, it is mindful on the breath, it is concentrating on the movement, rising, falling, and it is always mindful, effort, concentration, effort, mindful, concentration. So it's not that you're sitting there doing nothing. You are putting out effort, mindful, and concentration, but you sit quietly. And upeka. Upeka is like the water that changed to become a mirror. The water is no more vibration. When the water is surfaces, is very quiet and still. It is just like a mirror. You can look and see your face. But if the water surfaces is rippling, you try to look at your face, you also cannot see your face because it is rippling. So if the mind is not able to follow the breath, rising and falling, that means to say it is just like the water is rippling. And if your mind can focus on your rising and falling with the meditation instruction you follow, and if you are able to rising, falling continuously, then the mind is not rippling. It is like a mirror surface. So when your mind is become like a mirror surface, still, then you will experience Four Noble Truth. It can happen very fast. It can happen next week. It can happen tomorrow. If you practice correctly, if you apply the instruction I tell you correctly, that means to say you watch your breath rising, falling, then attainment can arise anytime. Means attainment can come anytime. Because the Buddha say anicca. So anicca, it can come anytime also. Anicca means attainment can come anytime. And anicca, anatta, not your wish. When you want to come, it doesn't tell you, I'm coming. No, it doesn't tell you. You just know how to be sati, how to practice sati with your breath. Then attainment will come. Attainment don't tell you, I'm coming, because anicca won't tell you one. It will come. Anicca, it's anicca, it will come. It's not your wish also, right? Not. So when it comes, this is what happened. When you are watching rising and falling with upekkha, your heart is upekkha. When your rising falling become like the mirror surface, and the heart is quiet, and your rising falling is constant, smoothly. If your mind is able to follow your breath smoothly, then it become like a water surface. So when the water is quiet, the mind is quiet. When the mind is quiet, the mind will shut down. You will experience the cessation of consciousness. Your mind will suddenly, we call it cessation of consciousness. The mind will switch off. That time, there is no more rising, no more falling. Because the mind has switched off. And when the mind switch off, you will not know. You will not know. Listen carefully. Those for attainment, it happened like that. It happened like this. When the mind switch off, you don't know. Because why? Why you don't know? Because no more mind, no more consciousness. Don't worry. If you cannot understand, never mind. Just remember what I say. Because you will know it only when you experience it. That's why the Buddha say, come and experience it yourself, and you will know what I know. So now, I have experienced it already. That's why I'm able to teach you. You must have confidence in the Buddha teaching. You must not be lazy, must not have doubt, and must follow the instruction carefully. While following the instruction, you must not have doubt also. Just be diligent. While you're practicing the breath, be hardworking. Try to tolerate and sit as instruction. Don't have doubt. Just continue doing it. It can be one tomorrow, the same next day, the same. Keep on doing it. All right. Now the cessation will occur very quickly. You will not know, because when you enter the third noble truth, cessation of suffering, magga. When you enter magga, you don't know. You will be unconscious. There's no more mind state. There's no more rising and falling. There's no more breathing. No more. There's no more consciousness. You enter into Nibbana, Magga, and Phala. You don't know. After you enter Magga and Phala, experience Nibbana, then you will come back to your meditation. When you come back to your meditation, there's no rising, there's no falling. There is jhana. You will not know what is jhana, because jhana is the experience of that moment before you enter Maggaphala. Now, after you have become Maggaphala, when you return, you will enter into my state, jhana state. You will be sitting straight, but you don't know. You also don't know. Why? Why you don't know? Because your mind is in one pointedness, one point concentration. Your conscious stay one conscious. No double conscious, no three conscious. It's only one consciousness. And the conscious is absorbed. They call it absorption. In Buddhist Theravada, they call it absorption. When you return from Maggaphala, you return to this samsara, and in your sitting posture, you enter into absorption. When you absorb, you are happy. You are happy. Happy feelings only. Very happy. Your whole body is happy. But you don't know you have a body. You can feel there is happiness everywhere. Everywhere. Alright? You are in jhana absorption. After jhana absorption is over, you will experience piti. You will experience lesser happiness. Now you will know there is a rising and falling. Now you know there is a rising and falling. There is conscious in action. Conscious is no more in absorption. Your conscious now start to function again like a normal human being. Now, like a normal meditator, you can see rising, falling already. Rising, falling. But the rising, falling is automatic. You don't have to use any energy. You don't have to use any exertion. It is just like automatic. The rising, falling by itself. Your abdomen will rise and fall by itself, and the mind clearly can observe the rising, falling without any problems. Alright? After you have experienced this rising and falling, in this samadhi, it was this samadhi that you can suddenly remember. You suddenly can remember Magga and Phala moment. This is, in Pali, is called the 16 Vipassana Jnana, the knowledge of Paccavekkhana Jnana. It's the knowledge of recollection. You can now remember about just now what happened. There was a cut in your consciousness. Your consciousness, no more. There was no consciousness. Suddenly, there was no consciousness. There was no more rising and falling. When that recollection, you can know. When there was no consciousness, there was no suffering. You know there was no suffering. But you don't know that was Nibbana at that time. You don't know because You have never experienced it before. Definitely you don't know. When you attain Maggaphala, you don't know. But now, you remember now. Now you know. You know every moment very clearly. And you are very happy now. And you have successfully attained the first state of Arya. You are known as the stream enterer. You are now a stream entry. You are now no more a worldling. You are now Arya. You are now the real disciple of the Buddha. You have attained the first path and fruition, Maggaphala Nibbana. You have experienced and you are now Arya. So I hope you will definitely not understand unless you yourself has experienced it, like the Buddha said. If you hasn't experienced it, never mind. Keep practicing your Vipassana meditation. Practicing with effort, mindful concentration, and must be diligent. The Buddha say, don't be lazy. Ask question if you have any doubt or you have any hindrances or anything that you do not know. Ask us. Ask me also can. We'll ask any monk who has attained. If you know, if the monk has attained, he can teach you. Then ask him. Whoever is listening, if you have experienced the same like what I explained, congratulations to you. If you have not, do not feel bad. Continue the practice. Like the Buddha say, with diligent. Apamade sampatita. All compounding are not lasting. They are subject to decay. Practice with confidence and with diligent. Apamade sampatita. Remember like that. Practice with confidence and no doubt. And you will experience Maggaphala Nibbana in this life. So if you cannot understand, also never mind. Because you have not yet attained, sure, you cannot understand, but you know what I say already. You got the idea already. Right? But when you practice, you just practice. When you are practicing, you just practice. You don't go to worry, but you know what I have tell you already. Continue practice. Don't lose hope. You will experience that Maggaphala moment, which is the cessation of your conscious. Nama-rupa disintegrated. The Buddha said birth with Nama-rupa is suffering. So now there will be, when you practice, you end suffering by removing Nama, consciousness. You will experience it in your meditation. Fachukok, welcome. When you practice Vipassana, but not Samatha. Because my practice is from Mahasi Sayadaw. My teacher is also from Mahasi Sayadaw, practice from Mahasi Sayadaw, and he is Bhante Suvano. He is also Arya. When he was alive, numerous people who practice meditation know he is Arya. I'm one of his Kappiya. I take care of Bhante Suvano for a long time. If those who are in the Buddhist arena who know Bhante Suvano and who know Mitosi, they should know who I am. I'm now not a young guy anymore. I'm now 68 years old. So I have practiced very diligently under Bhante Suvano. And I have been Samanera 3 times. I practice as like a monk, bought 3 times Samanera. So during Samanera, I attained Maggaphala. During the second time when I was Samanera, I was in a cave in Penang, Mitosi, at the back Mitosi, there was a cave. But now I think the cave is drug addict already. People, drug addicts, stay there already. So I go to the cave alone after the dana, 12 o'clock, dana food offering. After I finish my dana, I go there to the cave alone. I was a Samanera, I go alone. I go and practice my Vipassana in that cave. And I attain Maggaphala there. So, every one of you, do not think Nibbana is a story only. Or it is not possible to attain Maggaphala. Don't think like that. Don't think like that. If you are thinking like that, please take the thought away. Throw away that type of bad thinking. You must have Satcha, faith on the Buddha. The Buddha say, when there is 8 noble paths, there is Arya. Meaning, if you practice the 8 noble paths, you also can become Arya. In order to become Arya and attain Maggaphala, you must have Arya teacher to teach you. You must have Arya teacher. Not only monk. Monk, you don't know whether they are Arya. If they are Arya, you are lucky. If they are not Arya, you are also considered lucky. But if he is not Arya, he will not be able to guide you perfectly. But if you meet Arya teacher, and if that Arya teacher wants to teach you, you are very, very lucky. So if you meet Arya teacher and you don't know, or you doubt that teacher, you are very unlucky. Some may be lucky, some may be unlucky, because we human always want to doubt. It's very easy to doubt. Because why? We are ignorant. That's a problem. So the Buddha say, even in the time of the Buddha, there are many beings that doubt the Buddha. There are also many beings don't want to follow his teaching. You see? So, not every one of you will be able to be very lucky to practice and attain Maggaphala. Because the problem is because you may be the problem. Because you cannot recognize your teacher. You don't know who is really your teacher. You don't know. So let me help you. The Buddha say, I will let you know what the Buddha say, okay? Pay attention. The Buddha say, if you can find Aranta, listen carefully, if you know there is Aranta, and you know that monk is Aranta, you know, if that monk, you approach him and he wants to teach you, then quickly learn from him. Stay close until even you die. You don't run away. Stay close to him and learn from his meditation, and whatever he teach you, make sure you practice properly. If you cannot find Aranta, suppose there's no Aranta, and it's suppose you can find Anagami, please go and learn from him. So the Buddha say, if you cannot find Anagami, maybe the sasana is already getting poorer quality. It's going to fail. The sasana is getting shorter. Maybe when the sasana is getting shorter, the Ariya become less and less. There will be many people practicing, but attain is very less. There will be many even monk, but very few Ariya. When the sasana is failing, the Buddha already say his teaching, his teaching, that is the Buddha sasana, will not last more than 5,000 years. The Buddha word never go wrong. No matter how you do, you cannot make the teaching become longer. You can only make the teaching become better in the 5,000, inside this 5,000 years, if there are Ariya still exist. There are monks who are diligent and practice and become Ariya. If there is no Ariya, they can have a 1 million monk. The sasana still will fail. The sasana still will deteriorate. So the Buddha say, if you cannot find Anagami, find Sakadagami. If there's no Sakadagami, find a Sotapanna. If there's no Sotapanna, the sasana is going to fail in exactly 5,000 years. Because the Buddha says so, 5,000 years. So now it's already 2,600 over a year. Already passes. The Buddha left us. But the Buddha say what? Even the Buddha already no more with us. He says to Nanda already, what I teach you is me. Whoever can understand what I teach, who follow exactly what I teach, I am with you, the Buddha say. I am with you, the Buddha. So if you are practicing Vipassana diligently, and now you have met a teacher who can teach you, pay attention, don't play. Don't take it very easy. Don't think it's, don't doubt, don't simply doubt. Like I'm teaching you now, I tell you don't doubt. But if you want to doubt, I cannot tell you don't doubt also, right? But I can just tell you don't doubt. If you follow what I teach you, because what I teach you is not invented by me or created by me. It is the teaching of the Buddha. I just amplify, make it more clear for you how to really practice. And also you can attain Maggaphala, because the Buddha say, if there is Eight Noble Path, there is Ariya. That means you also can attain. You, all the listener, Fachuka also can. Our Bante also can. Everybody, even monk or no monk, if you listen and practice the Eight Noble Path, understand how to practice correctly. To understand how to practice correctly, you need Ariya teacher who is like alive, talking to you, and you can talk to him. If you can't find them, then you depend on the Sangha. If the Sangha is not Ariya, also you have problem. I have been in ropes, I know. When I close my eye, I tell myself, the ropes is ropes, but I am still myself. I'm still the same person if I am in the house, if I'm not in ropes. It's the same. I have to struggle with my rising and falling, my meditation, Vipassana. What then is the rope? What then is the difference when I'm rope? Oh, the difference is, I'm now detached from all my worldly, responsibility. I don't have to go and find money. I don't have to go and cook. Why? Why am I here? I'm here so that I can have more time to practice. I don't have the burden of making money, buying food and cooking, and taking care of the family. So for me to renounce as a Sammanara for a short time, I start to realize, I have full time now. I can practice. I don't have to worry about 1 o'clock. I have to eat. 12 o'clock, I got to cook. I got to go to shopping. I go to market to buy this sundry. I don't have to do all these things. The burden is taken away from my back. Now, devotee are supporting devotee who follow the Dhamma, who trust the Buddha. They come and do charity in the temple. So I will eat their food. When I eat their food, what I must do? My teacher tell me, you cannot eat their food freely. Their food is also from hard-earned money, and the food they give you, they are sincere. They do charity for the monastery, for bhikkhus and Sammanara like us. The time is for us to be free, to help us to be free from worldly burden, so that we, as a robes, we can practice diligently, like the Buddha say, and attain Maggaphala, so that when you attain Maggaphala, these people who do dana, they will get big merits, because doing dana to Arya, you get good merits. That's why not you do dana to all the roadside beggar? Why you go to the temple to do to the robes, to the bhikkhu? Because they promise, when they want to wear the robes, they promise they want to practice diligently. They want to quickly attain Maggaphala. Monk, that because they promise. But if monk, after promising, they become forgetful, then they carry bad karma themselves also, because they are eating the food that is to free them from all worldly suffering, not to give them free to sleep or to become lazy, because they promise to practice meditation diligently. That's why, like the Buddha say, so that people offer you food, so that you can practice diligently. So if anyone who eat the food and do not practice diligently, you must understand what is diligently yourself. You must check yourself. Those who are in the robes must check yourself. Are you diligent? You must check yourself. Because if you don't do that, it's danger. Because every day, the food given to you, the food in your stomach, is the food from the devotee that keep you alive. You cannot enjoy the food without striving for attainment. So I talk until here. Now it's 10:15 already. Siti Hana, very good. Well, you have been very attentive. Ho Chi Minh also very attentive. Sadhu to Ashin, Indro Bongsha Bhikkhu, hope your attainment also. I wish you all the best, and may you practice and attain quickly too. And Fu Chu Kong, wish you good luck also. Don't give up the Vipassana. Don't change meditation subject. Study from the Google, from Mahasi Sayadaw. Look for Mahasi Sayadaw and learn from his instruction in Google. Right? If you need to talk to someone, you're always welcome to talk to me. I will do my best to help you, as I have already attained cessation of consciousness, the third noble truth. Cessation of consciousness means cessation of nama. The Buddha say birth is suffering. Birth means God, nama, rupa. God, nama. Now, you don't want nama, then no more rupa, no more suffering. In order to experience it and to confirm that the teaching is the truth, you have to attain to become Maggapala, at least to become Sotapanna. Like us who has attained Sotapanna, we have no doubt on the Dhamma. We have no doubt on the Buddha, the Dhamma, and as regards to the Sangha, we also have no doubt. Unless the Sangha who wants to play the fool, that is his problem. That is his individual problem. But if those Sangha who carry out as they have promised to become monk already, to quickly struggle, practice, and become and experience the Noble Truth, the Four Noble Truth, then they are the Sangha that the Buddha tells us to have faith. So the Buddha say, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha in this way. Right? So for tonight, I think I will end my Dhamma talk to every one of you, and wish every one of you the best, and continue your dana. Those lay people, continue dana to the bhikkhu, to all the bhikkhu in the sasana. They are the Theravada bhikkhu. Do dana to them, and also take care of your family. And be peaceful in your life. Don't quarrel. Stay peacefully. Keep your mind calm and practice vipassana. Sukhi hotu, Buddhang Dhammang Sanghang Gacchami. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang Dhammang Sanghang gacchami. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Adinadana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Kamisumiccacara Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Surameraya Majapamadatthana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Imani Pancha Sikkhapadani Samadhiyami. Imani Pancha Sikkhapadani Samadhiyami. Imani Pancha Sikkhapadani Samadhiyami. Hidang Medyatinang Hotu Sukita Hontu Nyatayo. Hidang Medyatinang Hotu Sukita Hontu Nyatayo. Hidang Medyatinang Hotu Sukita Hontu Nyatayo. Edawata Ca Amhehi Sampadang Punya Sampadang. Sabe Deva, Sabe Sattha, Sabe Buddha, Anumudanto, Sappa Sampati Sitya, Hidang Me Punya, Asawa Kayawahang, Hotu, Nibbana Sapacaya Hotu, Hidang Me Sila, Maggapala Jnana Sapacaya Hotu, Arahanta Pacaya Hotu, Bhavatu Sappa Mangalang Rakantu Sappa Dewata, Sabba Buddha Anupa Vena Sada Sote Bhavantu Te Bhavantu Sappa Mangalang Rakantu Sappa Dewata Sappa Dhamma Anupa Vena Sada Sote Bhavantu Te Bhavantu Sappa Mangalang Rakantu Sappa Dewata Sappa Sangha Anupa Vena Sada Sote Bhavantu Te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night, everyone, and see you all again. And practice your vipassana every day. Stay away from greed, hate, delusions. Good night.